A broke woman, young broke woman that you guys sent me recently released a video on CNBC's Make It, in which I love these videos, is living on $27,000 a year uh, in Seattle, Washington. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. We about to break this video down, and let's get to the money, ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone wants more money, but I think that you can live very comfortably off a certain amount of money. And to me personally, I'm not interested in getting the most money as fast as possible and things like that. I feel pretty comfortable with the salary that I'm making now. I think as a teacher, I wasn't making that much anyways to begin with, so I've always been used to kind of being on a budget, and it feels very doable for me.
Now, before we get into this video, I'm going to be reading super chats throughout the show. Again, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I was on a coaching call yesterday and somebody said, what is poverty? And so I looked it up, right? Because I see y'all saying $27,000 a year. Good grief, that's poverty. Shout out to Azriel. Shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to Bitcoin Brown, right? Look out below is in the building. I appreciate y'all. And it said that poverty, I believe, for one person was like between $10,000 and $14,000 a year. Let me look it up. All right. So this is what it's saying. For one person, a poverty guideline, this is incredible. Hold on. Let me take this down for a minute. One person is $12,000 is the poverty guideline. Two people is 17. Three people is 21.9, basically 22,000. Shout out to Philip Sadiq. I appreciate you. I'm going to read that shortly. And then four people is $26,000 a year. Can you imagine what four people living on $26,000 a year? I would just go ahead and off myself. Just take me out, Jesus. Take me to the upper room. Just go ahead and take me to the upper room, Jesus. I don't even want to talk about it.
Everyone wants more money. I think as a teacher, I wasn't making that much anyways to begin with, so I've always been used to kind of being on a budget, and it feels very doable for me.
Shout out to Charles Keys. I'm definitely going to be reading your super chat shortly. Now, I also have said that I believe that $45,000 a year, because people have been arguing with me, and I said that if you make less than $50,000 a year and you have a household of four, then you are living in poverty. If you make, and I stand on what I said, if you make $50,000 a year, combined income, the average household income in the United States of America is $67,000 a year. The average, that means all the way from California to New York, down to Florida, and up and down in the Midwest, Texas, the whole 9 yards. The average household income in the United States of America is $67,000 a year, right? Now, people have tried to tell me, because they said that, well, the average black man make $47,000 a year. Shout out to Kendall Burkett. I'm going to be dropping a video in the Patreon within the next 2 days, and it's going to fucking blow y'all mind. If you make less than $50,000 a year and you have a family of four, meaning you, a wife, and two kids, please tell me that you are only 21 years old and you're on your way up. Because I think that you're doing your children a disservice. And ChatGPT can't help you. Let me go ahead and finish. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. I'm a PhD. She's a PhD student. Now, let me give y'all a little bit of insight. Rita tapped in. She says, Anton, you got to read this, because we were going through, and I was reading all of the Bag Chasers Patreon comments, right? And it was one woman in particular. She said, Anton, I'm a woman and I'm a doctor. Now, this is one of the women that was in my Patreon. She's no longer in my Patreon, but I'm going to tell you why. She says, Anton, I'm a woman and I'm a doctor. No, she didn't say I'm a doctor. She says I'm a PhD. No, she said she was a doctor. Either way, it's the same thing, right? She says, I'm a doctor. And I didn't like the clip that came out of you saying that black women have been a bigger enemy of black men than white men. And so I'm leaving the Patreon. Now, the average person, the average everyday person would say, oh, they will use ChatGPT type of response to help her realize that she didn't look at the whole context of the clip and that she needs to look at what happened before and after in order to get the better understanding. And that, all black women, he's not talking about all black women. He's talking about black women that have broken up their families and been cheating. And then they had kids with guys that, and lied and said that it was the guy's kids. But no. Anton said, shout out to Kobe. I'm going to definitely be reading that shortly. You know what I told her? I said, I didn't respond at all. I mean, you could have just left. It's your loss. You're never going to get this level of game anywhere. One monkey don't stop no show. And so I said, Rita, what is she, a doctor of education? Because you're a doctor, listen, if you think that means anything to me, it doesn't. It doesn't. I know a lot of people that are highly educated that are broke as fuck. A. B. If you're so smart but you didn't look at the full context of it in order to get the understanding as to why I said what I need to say, then I'm not impressed with you anyway. And C. You the person that miss out. I'm never going to beg a person to do the thing that's in their own best interest. Bye. But let me tell you what really was going on, right? She wanted me to reach out to her. It's just like a woman that say, I'm leaving. And then you be like, oh, come here, girl. Listen, why you tripping? Come here. But she didn't expect for me to say, okay, did you get all of your stuff? I don't care. We got more bag chasers in the bag chasers than ever before in history, and nobody is fucking with our Patreon. And why did you lead with the idea that you were a black woman and you were a doctor in order to try to justify your existence of why it is that you was leaving? We don't give a fuck. We don't care. I'm not chasing you. I'm not begging you to come back. Have fun. You should go and join Cynthia G's Patreon and see how that work out for you. See how much information they give you in order to be able to level up. But my point that I was making with all of this is that I'm not impressed with the idea that a woman is a doctor. That doesn't mean anything to me. I want to see what the results has translated into, and I want to see what you're a doctor in, and I want to see your net worth, because just because you're highly educated does not mean that you've had the application process to where you can actually show that you're successful. But let's continue.
And I'm studying special education.
Oh, look, she's a PhD student studying special education. Makes $24,000 from her PhD.
So I decided
student that grades papers for an undergraduate class, makes $20-something thousand a year, becoming a PhD in education. Get the fuck out of here, bro. This just shows you that it's Western culture. It don't have nothing to do with it has nothing to do with just black women. It has nothing to do with just white women. Women across the board and men across the board in a lot of instances just make very, very bad decisions as to how they're going to spend their time in the U.S. education system. And it doesn't necessarily translate into you actually making a lot more money.
I was born in Seoul, Korea, but I moved to Silver Spring, Maryland when I was 4 years old, and I grew up there.
Reading super chat shortly. Her undergrad was initially business, but she switched over to education. 2 basket weaving degrees.
When I first decided that I was going to switch to teaching, my parents weren't thrilled, but
Doesn't matter how many rings you have in your nose. Don't matter how cute you are. Don't matter if you Asian. None of that junk means anything to me. None of that stuff means any. Listen, cute face, small waist, earring in your nose, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, nice smile means nothing to me at all. You have the same mentality as every other modern woman over here. And you're wasting time. You're just wasting time. Honestly.
it is something that I knew I wanted to do and it was important to me. But knowing that teachers are not very well compensated, I think that definitely pushed me to think about higher education even more and pursuing higher goals.
So she was making $60,000 a year basically being a disability teacher. We used to call them LD students. Oh, you an LD fam? Oh, you must be one of them strong kids. Hey, we always thought for some reason, and it was true, that every kid that was an LD student, that's what we used to call them in Detroit, every kid that was an LD student was super fucking strong. Why did they have so much superhuman strength? And I just later learned what LD meant, but that's what we used to say. I guess it's called learning disability or whatever like that. But she was making $60,000 as a LD teacher, a teacher that taught learning disabilities, and she quit her job to make $20-something thousand and continue to pursue her higher education degree as a PhD.
I've always kind of known I wanted to do higher education, but it definitely was honestly very difficult teaching during COVID, and I thought that I could use a little break from it, so I decided to pursue my doctorate earlier than I thought.
Men don't have this. She moved to Seattle to start her 4-year PhD program in September 2022. Men don't have this luxury to be able to just quit. That's the end of the conversation. That's just it. Men don't have this luxury. Men have to survive, provide. They just can't move halfway across the country and quit a $60,000 job teaching kids with disabilities and go and make $20-something thousand unless they got a sugar mama. Men don't have this luxury. This is a luxury only afforded to little cute women.
Education was always really highly valued in my family. And also personally, I just like school. I'm kind of a nerd.
Oh, that's the good part.
Growing up, my family did struggle with money a little bit. And they definitely were savers and we saved a lot. And seeing...
All right, so housing is $1,200. So she make $3,200 a month, and $1,200 is going to housing. So more than 1/3 is already going to housing. She spent $439 on transportation. Let me see this.
That
discretionary is $739.
I kind of went the opposite.
Food is $812. What the fuck? How is she spending $812, almost $1,000 a month on food? How? It's too well. If you only making $24,000 a year, that means that you got to be only spending what she's spending $200 a week. I guess I don't know. Renter's insurance is $8 and Spotify is $6.
Direction of like when I have my own money, I want to buy myself some things that I want because I didn't necessarily get everything I wanted as a kid, which is probably good. But I think when I got older, I definitely was like, I'm earning this money, I deserve to buy myself nice things, and that kind of shaped how I view money.
That's always going to be the Achilles heel of women, is that they feel like they deserve it just because they didn't have it when they was younger, not because you earned it, but because You just feel like you want it because you never had it before. Oh no. She paying $1,200 a month for a 240 square foot apartment? That's a studio. 240 square foot apartment? Oh no. Yo, that's crazy.
I do not like to cook, but because of my
Her kitchen is in her bedroom. Fuck that. Nah, I'm straight. Nope. Well, I guess if you're going to have some company over and you get done busting it down, at least you could just walk straight over into the sink and get you a hot towel. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, if y'all not getting y'all man a hot towel afterwards, don't even come talk to me. Don't even come talk to me. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to hear about it. If you don't get him a heated hot towel afterwards, right next door, then I don't want to hear about it. Yo, whoever is getting $1,200 a month for $240, I ain't even looking at it as a renter. I'm looking at it from the landlord's perspective. If you getting $1,200 a month from somebody that's only taking up 240 square feet, yo, you are a king. You are killing the fucking game. You are killing the game. I don't know if I can close the pop-up window. Somebody said close the pop-up window when you...
budget, I've been doing...
Let me see. Y'all gonna mess up my stream. Y'all better not mess up my stream. Ah! All right, I got it. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. You guys are the best.
Doing HelloFresh meals, and I know that's a little bit...
Oh, okay, we good now. That's why I love the chat, because the chat is awesome. You guys have given me the game. Thank you guys.
Bit more expensive than me going to the grocery store, buying my own groceries and cooking, but because I feel like I don't have that skill set, the HelloFresh meals I think definitely are worth the...
That's where all of her money is going, y'all. This chick spent $800 plus, almost $900 a month on HelloFresh meals because she doesn't know how to cook. And y'all sitting here telling me that any of these women is better than any of the other women. Listen to what she said. She said she orders HelloFresh and she spends her money and her meals on HelloFresh because she doesn't have the skill set to be able to cook. If it's a lie, she said it. Let me rewind it for you. Listen.
Myself nice things, and that kind of shaped how I view money. I do not like to cook, but because of my budget, I've been doing HelloFresh meals, and I know that's a little bit more expensive than me going to the grocery store, buying my own groceries and cooking, but because I feel like I don't have that skill set, the HelloFresh meals I think definitely are worth the money in my budget. In terms of...
How hard is it to learn a cooking skill set, Rita? It's not hard to learn how to cook? She says she don't have that skill set. She a PhD, but she don't have that skill set. She lazy? That's what it sounds like to me. So you telling me that Asian chicks can be lazy? This chick orders HelloFresh because she don't know how to cook. Hey, I heard a woman say that cleaning isn't in her skill set. How is that not a part of your skill set? I didn't even know that was a skill set. You can get on ChatGPT. Listen, we about to be using ChatGPT for everything. You can get on ChatGPT and learn how to cook. Man, if she don't get her a George Foreman grill, that's what we had popping off. If she don't get her a George Foreman grill, bro, come on, man. And I ain't never heard of an Asian woman that couldn't cook. I thought that's how they trained their daughters up. No. Y'all saying that all modern Western women is operating the same, broke, busted, disgusted, PhD, going to get overeducated, don't know how to make no meals, paying $1,200 a month for a 240 square foot apartment, quitting $60,000 jobs in order to go and make money and make $24,000 a year and say that they spend $460 on transportation. What the fuck? Stop it. Stop it.
Of eating out, I definitely eat out a lot less than I did back home. I think that life is short and we should enjoy it.
Fellas, don't get fooled by the fair skin, pretty faces, and the eyes that slanted. It's going to get you fucked up. It's going to get you messed up, bro.
I know that I could be a little bit more responsible with my money, but I do think that I'm not irresponsible with my money, and I believe in getting myself things that I want from time to time, for sure. My splurges are definitely like makeup, skincare, nails, perfumes is a really big one for
All Western women. This is all literally, this is the blueprint. All she need now is a BBL and a Spirit flight, and she can be a black woman. And some eyelashes. That's the only thing she need is a BBL, a Spirit flight, some eyelashes, and she can be a fucking black woman. It would be no different. No different. How is this any different? All right.
me that I
Super
probably
chat
spend
shortly.
a little bit too much on. But it's something that makes me happy and I think it's worth it. So right now I'm not really saving any of the money that I'm getting. I do have some credit card debt.
Oh no. Oh, she got a puppy. Yo, she literally got the starter kit. She literally got the starter kit. She got the starter kit. Real talk. She spent $1,700. She got credit card debt. She make $24,000 a year. She getting her PhD in education. She got the starter kit. I don't think I need to see anymore. I've seen too much. I've seen too much. I can't take it anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. How is this any different from any other modern woman? How is this any different from any other modern woman? She spends $300 for perfume.